got a few, and we're going to hold on. This is Anthony Williams. So we want to, if you have access to the chat, we're going to make sure we got all the kinks out here and that we're looking good and we're live. So if you can see us, if you can put something in the comment box, we'd love to see it. Do I have somebody that can monitor or see the comment box? I want to make sure that, if so, you guys can speak up. I want to hear that people can see us.
Looks good.
All right. Love it, love it. So we're got a couple more minutes, so feel free to get your favorite beverage or whatever it is that you want. This is Anthony Williams, and you are live on the iPAS2 new member welcome, and this is one of the very first iPAS TV shows, and I am so pumped up and excited. We have a special show tonight for those new members that are here. We're going to give you a lot of information to help get you on the right track. So as you come on, get yourself comfortable. Make sure you get a sheet of paper to take some notes, and we will start here shortly. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Kind of go around the horn a little bit, make sure everybody's looking good. Got the power couple in the house, Jaleesa and Mr. Dale. Dale has a good looking haircut, sir. All right. Welcome, welcome everybody as you're coming on. We want to give you a warm season's greetings. Welcome. We are in the season, and in celebration of the season, I'm getting ready to make my tour around the world. And as you can see, I'm preparing myself correctly. I have to get my laugh down, ho, 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 and get ready to go see the kids of the world. So everybody tells me, said, Anthony, you look like Santa Claus. Or they tell me I look like Papa Smurf. I don't know which one to accept with a smile. But both of them are jolly people. So welcome, guys. We're glad to have you. Look like people are coming on very quickly. We're very excited. We have a lot of information to share with you this evening. And, man, are we excited. We're going to, we have 6:59 here, Central Standard Time. That would be 7:59 Eastern Standard Time, so we'll be starting here in just about a minute or so. So everybody come on, get your favorite beverage, whatever it is that's going to please you during this time, and we're going to spend a little bit of time together. And this particular live iPAS TV show is primarily set up for our new members. So if you are a new member that has just joined iPAS2, we want to give you an official welcome, and we want to congratulate you. We want to congratulate you for making one of the best decisions you possibly could have made. Now, you're going to find out during this presentation why you made such a good decision. My name is Anthony Williams, and I have the pleasure of working with some world-class people, and you're going to get a chance to meet a few of them this evening. We have a team of coaches that you're going to get a chance to meet some of them. You're going to get some clarity. Now let's talk about what we're going to do today. The whole purpose of tonight's event is to take the brand new person, this person who has just come through the iPAS2 funnel, and you have found your way into this new system of automation. You've heard so much about it. People have been promoting it, have been sharing it with you, telling you, you got to get this iPAS, and now you're here. So welcome, welcome, and welcome. Now what we're going to do this evening is the objective of this show is we're going to give you an overview. We're going to give you an introduction, and most of all, we're going to give you clarity. Now, what do I mean by clarity? We want to make sure that you fully understand at the end of this presentation, we want you to know clearly who we are, what we do, how it works, and most of all, how can it work for you. So if you can put in the comments section, we want to make sure that you know that this is an interactive opportunity for you to ask questions. We want you to do that at the end of this presentation. We want to be able to give you time for some Q&A, so we will address your questions as well. And now what we want to do is make sure you know some of the players in this room here tonight that will be helping me share with you on how this program works and how you need to move about gaining the success that you truly want with this business. So I'm going to start with a few of the coaches that I have in the house here. We have Miss Jaleesa Cheatham. Jaleesa is an awesome coach. She's one of the people that you will get a chance to interact with, or one of your new members will get a chance to interact with. And Jaleesa was our #1 coach last month in sales and production, so you'll get a chance to meet Jaleesa. And then next to Jaleesa, you have a dynamic duo, and we simply they go, as a matter of fact, I won't even take their thunder. I'll let them introduce themselves when they come up here, but just keep in mind you have a dynamic duo, Paulo and Cassandra. You'll get a chance to meet them. And we're going to take it across the pond to my good friend Marion, and you're going to hear a lot more from Marion because Marion has a special show coming up for you tomorrow, so you do not want to miss her presentation. And then moving further over, we have one of the premier coaches in this industry and part of the iPAS family, Mr. Mark Dale. He's going to be joining us on this panel this evening. And again, another dynamic, exceptional coach. We have Tina Renee on here as well. So let's go ahead and get started, because I also have a special guest over here. You'll see his picture over there, and we'll bring him up here during this presentation. But he is one of the co-founders of this system that you're seeing right now. And as part of the inaugural show, we wanted him on as our special guest. You couldn't think of anyone better to have. There's a lot of dynamic leaders you're going to hear from as these shows progress, and we will do them every week, every Tuesday at the same time. And so we want you to get some information from this inaugural show, so that way you can then share with your new people as they come through the iPAS system that we care so much about their success, that we're going to give them enough information and we're going to take them step by step through this process to help them get acclimated, to help get them clarity, and help them get a good understanding and get a good foothold on their road towards success in iPAS. So if this sounds good, let's go ahead and get started. So what are we going to do? I'm going to play a few slides for you so you'll also understand what it is we're going to talk about today. So as I get through this, matter of fact, is to show you, iPAS is about learning too, guys. You're going to learn a lot of information on how to become better and proficient. And some of these things you may not have any idea how to do them, but if you pay attention to the leadership that you have right here in this, that's like looking over the shoulders of millionaires. You're going to learn how to do what it is that they do. We're also going to encourage that you stay on this broadcast tonight, because if you stay on the broadcast, we'll have special incentives that we will be sharing with you throughout the show to give you an opportunity to get an advantage in your business, to get going better, quicker, faster. And we want to give you all the tools necessary to help you be successful. So let me see if I can share the screen here with you guys, and let me know when I am sharing. All right. All right, so let's talk about it. iPAS2 new members, welcome. We want you to welcome you to the very first members orientation iPAS TV show. This is something that's revolutionary, guys. This is the very first iPAS live TV show. We're broadcasting this live right now around the world. Now, what is our objective on this? We want you to leave this broadcast, as I stated, with a clear vision of who we are, what we do, how to do it, and what this can do for you. Now, it will be important during this time that you want to take notes and you want to make sure that you get all this information down. And so let's talk about the first portion of this. What is iPAS2? iPAS2 is listed, what we like to coin a phrase as a digital franchise style system. Now, I want you to make sure you make the note that I looked at style, I bolded and put it under. We're not a franchise. We can't claim that. But we're a digital franchise style system. Now, let me stop this here, okay, and bring it back to the screen. So let's kind of put that in clarity for you. If you think about a franchise is a system in which you have a perfect system that is the same regardless of where it's at. You think of franchises such as McDonald's, you think of Wendy's, you think of Kentucky Fried Chicken, any of the fast food places or other types of franchises. Now, what is their primary thing? Their primary thing is real estate, actually. But within that real estate, they've set up systems. They've set up functions that are duplicatable. And that's the key word. So guys, somewhere on your piece of paper, if you're trying to ascertain what is this and what is it all about, you want to put duplicatable. And you think about traditional network distribution and some of these other types of businesses, you have these people with tremendous personalities. They're able to speak with great articulation. They can do ad copies. They can do all these wonderful things that they can do. And then you, as a brand new person trying to make it on the internet, whether you're a baby boomer or someone that's just totally technically challenged, and you look at that and you say, I can't do that. Well, what if you had something that was totally duplicatable, something that you can do? So this is what we're going to do here. We're going to define easy. Easy. Write that down. What is easy? We'll define it simply as something you can do. And this is what we want to show you during this presentation, that iPAS2 is a system that was designed to be duplicatable, and it is something you can do. So in the onset, we want you to know that as you're getting started and you're seeing all these different icons and the various videos that you need to see, keep in mind that they're all designed to help you in a step-by-step process, okay? And this franchise-style system is going to be the same. So everything is going to be in the same place for everyone. So now what I'm going to do is swing this thought and this conversation over to my friend Mark Dale. We'll bring up Mark first. Mark, come on up and talk to us. Tell him, expand a little bit, because I can see you feeling that conversation a little bit. Expand to him a little bit more about this system.
Well, absolutely, guys. I appreciate that. You guys can hear me okay?
Yep, hear you fine.
Right on, right on. When Anthony's talking about a franchise style, what we've got here, you guys, is an opportunity to be able to plug into a system that's not missing any moving pieces. Okay, so if any of you, if you're brand new or if you're experienced, either way you want to slice it, is that we've found a lot of times in internet marketing, sometimes there's so many things out there that are, they're telling you, well, if you get my X, Y, or Z, whatever that widget is, maybe it's a system, maybe it's some software, maybe it's some product. Most of the time, the industry is leaving out one or two pieces in order for you to be successful. They're just trying to separate you from your money by giving you one piece of the pie. Maybe it's just products. They don't teach you the system. Maybe it's a system and they don't have any products. Maybe it's a community that needs to be there. The cool part here with iPAS2 is that we're not missing any parts. We're not missing any pieces for you to be able to plug into an online marketing opportunity and to be able to make money at home. Okay. The fact is that when you have a franchise style like this, it puts you on advantage. Okay. You've got a one-stop shop for all of your needs as far as marketing, as far as websites, as far as duplication, as far as community, and as far as products. Okay, that's been the beauty behind the logic of the iPAS2 system, is to make sure that nothing is missing in order for you to be able to succeed in an internet marketing business. Okay, it's the first time this has ever happened, so we're first to market with this style of a business that you can find everything you need right here in one spot. So these are exciting times, guys. These are very, very exciting times. So you're in the right spot at the right time, and we couldn't be happier to have you.
Thank you, Mark. What I want to do now is take it to the co-founder of iPAS, because again, when you thought about this digital franchise style system, Chris, you had a huge vision, and we've been going through this for years, but I'd love for the new person that's here, first of all, to get a welcome from the guy that's one of the visionaries of this whole system, and for you guys to get a chance to hear from him personally on this first inaugural iPAS TV show. So with that being said, let's talk about that digital franchise. Mr. Chris Jones, come on up, sir.
Sure. Thanks, everyone. Can you hear me all right?
I hear you, man. Hear you.
All right. Hey, it's my pleasure to be here today, because this is our very first broadcast at iPAS TV. And so those of you seeing this are part of my vision that has gone back 8.5 years. And so just to kind of go off what Anthony, he's running the show tonight, I'm just here as the guest, watching, enjoying this experience. But I want to tell you something. iPAS was an idea that I had when I first started online over 8 years ago. See, I used to work for the government through Homeland Security. I wanted to get into the FBI. I was a professional athlete before that. I was the last person you would ever imagine that could become an internet entrepreneur and have the kind of success I had. In fact, I was the guy that bought Website for Dummies, read 3 chapters of it, and threw it in the trash. So if I can figure this thing out, I know you can too. But here's the difference. When I started online, there was no how-to. There was no tools. There was nothing all in one place to make it easy or simple. I had to go out and learn the hard way. And because I'm very stubborn and I persevere and I push very hard, I was able to find that success. And I've had good people around me as well. So, but back then, I was wondering, I said, why isn't there a McDonald's in the online business world? Why isn't there a franchise type system out there where you don't have to go out there and learn something over here and get this product over there and take the risk at getting this tool and pay all these fees for everything and then try to fit them together? Why wasn't there something like that? It didn't make sense to me. And so my whole vision over the years was, what if I could just build a platform and allow the average person, the working class person, someone who's never made money online before, to be able to come into something, have the system, the tools, in a simple fashion, okay, to be able to be successful. And then on top of that, to have a company that had their best interests in mind to be able to choose the products for them. See, a lot of people don't understand how important products are to an online business, because you can have the right product and the wrong product. You really need products that pay you well and create a value to a marketplace. And so I wanted to create the first digital franchise style business. I wanted to create something that the average person, perhaps like yourself, could come in, follow instructions, and be successful and have those small wins really fast. And so that was really the driving force behind this. And I didn't know if it could be accomplished, because there was a lot of trials and tribulations and challenges to do this properly. But we did it, and we're breaking records along the way. And so we're really excited to be able to launch this off to you. You're all part of what I like to say, history in the making. And we're having so many results flood in, so many people seeing money for the first time, that I wake up in the morning with a big grin on my face, because that was my vision, and we've only just scratched the surface and got started. And so it's my pleasure to be here. You guys are part of something that's really great, and it's only going to get better, I can tell you that. But if my biggest suggestion to you is, as you go through this system and as you listen to this webcast, is understand that you have a business in front of you right now. If you stay obedient to that and you stay and follow directions to that, just like Anthony's going to tell you and the rest of our coaches, and use the system how it's been designed, okay, not recreate the wheel or find the next flashy object out there, but if you stay in tune with it, you too can be very, very successful, because I'm seeing it every day on my Facebook, on my cell phone. So I'm so excited to bring this to you, and Anthony, I'm going to turn it back over to you because I can talk forever, but I'm just excited to be able to take this vision and apply it to you guys. So.
Okay, so we're back. Can you guys hear me good? Because I muted out. I want to make sure that I don't interrupt Chris when he's speaking. I want you to also write on your paper simplicity. Now, we said easy. We wanted you to write down simplicity, because the reason that we want you to understand as you go through this flow is that this system is designed to be simple. We've taken a very complex world and we've simplified it for you. And that's what we want. We want you to be able to go through this and say, okay, I can do this. I get this. I understand this. Now, sometimes you may go into a project like this, some of you out here that may be a brand new person, you're getting involved and you find yourself a little bit overwhelmed. You may, oh, this is a lot of information, and you start pulling your hair, oh, I can't do this. Marion, when you think about a new person that we deal with as a coach and we get them for the first time, what types of people do you get? Some of the comments that you get from some of the new people coming in trying to figure out this getting started. Can you share with me a little bit on that? Unmute for us so I can hear you. Okay, hold on a second, Marion. I think I may have muted everyone here. Hold on a second.
I think I'm unmuted now. Sorry about that. Yes, you know, I love being a coach because I recognize it's sort of me reliving every single time. It's me reliving my first excursion online. And I love the fact that with iPAS, we can actually prevent all the drama that I had to go through, right? And what I get from people, Anthony, and you know, all of us will say the same thing here. It's that sense of overwhelm, but they get overwhelmed by the overwhelm till we say to them, hang on, listen, don't get overwhelmed. If you started a new job today, you'd have to learn everything. You wouldn't start it as an expert, right? Just consider yourself, calm down, breathe. You know, that's my approach kind of thing. Breathe, you know. Take it a little at a time, step by step. Don't expect to know the whole thing. And then I always kind of have this little joke with them, you know, listen, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, you know?
Excellent.
It's as simple as that.
And what you want to write down, again, you're going to get great nuggets, but I'm going to help point out some of those nuggets as we go along. Breathe. Write that down. Breathe. Because it's very easy, especially if you're a type A personality, that means you're ready to run. You already see the end in mind and you're ready to hurry up and get there. So that person will tend to go through the videos very quickly. And we will assure you that if you do that, you're going to miss a lot of the important content that you need to hear. So we're going to encourage you new members here, and this is geared towards this person. Now, even if you have been in this business for a while and you haven't quite dialed it in correctly, pay close attention to this, because these nuggets that we're going to give you here will get you on the right track to making money. And that's why you're here. You want to learn how to make money. So here you're going to earn while you learn. Earn while you learn. That is what iPAS is about. So let's share your screen again, and I'm going to let's go to the next step of what we're going to talk about here, and keep you guys in tune with me here. So where are we at? Can you guys see the screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, so now you understand what iPAS is, okay? What iPAS is now, how does iPAS2 work? It is designed to give you what we call website automation. It's going to give you an interface for you to be able to sell our ultimate products and services. It's a way for you to attract that audience that you need to get to your site. Because what you want to understand is that we have a system, and now that you have this business has to get eyeballs on it. You need to get eyeballs on it. And when that person comes to see your business, that business has to be attractive. It has to be something that they say that I can do, and most importantly, this is something I want. Okay? And that's what iPAS2 does. So let's talk about that for a moment. Let's talk about what's this website automation about. So I'm going to go back to Chris Jones again, because a lot of these points that Chris is going to go, because this was his vision. So we want to make sure that you get clarity on it. Go ahead, Chris.
All right, so how does iPAS work? How does this thing work? You guys are in iPAS TV, maybe asking yourself, all right, this looks great and all, but how does it work for me? What is it going to do to make me money? Well, let's step back for a second. How did you get here, okay? What did you do in order to get here? You probably got an email, or you probably saw something online that said, hey, learn about a business or learn about a new system and to try it out or check it out, right? You clicked on that link and you got yourself into what we call the formula, which is a series of videos that teach you and help you set up a new business, okay? And that's what those 6 videos are at the top of your screen. If you look, I think it's up there, and you can actually see and go through that formula. Within that formula, that's what teaches the franchise-style business model. So it's really important that you as a business owner go through those videos so you understand how this works. So what's happening right now is this has happened to you. This is about to happen for you, and you're going to hear Mark Dale talk about this, because what happens is people see your link just like you did. They come into it, they say, hey, I want to try this business too, and then they go through the formula, and that formula helps you get things set up. And so part of that is we provide the website in order to allow you to sell products online. So the bottom line is, to have an internet business, you need a good offer, okay, meaning you need something that's attractive to people. And we cater to the people that want to start a home-based business, that want to start a business for themselves, which you may not know this, but there's over 16 million people every single year that start a business, okay? Every single year, 16 million people. Now you got to ask yourself, would you like a piece of that pie? Of course you would. So that's what iPAS is built to do. So we provide the website or the storefront, just like a McDonald's. We show you how to open the doors, okay? So you need a good offer. The second thing you need to do is get people in those doors, right? So iPAS is very simple. Once you get involved, you get your link, and then we show you how to get lots and lots and lots of people to that. See, this is the elephant in the room, and we'll talk about this. Is the one thing about iPAS that sets us so far apart is we give you so many ways, and so many simple ways and inexpensive ways to get floods of people in your front door. So the difference between this and a traditional franchise is, let's just say you have a McDonald's, for example. Your audience is on that street corner. People that drive by it, that drive around that McDonald's, are going to buy those hamburgers and fries, right? But with this business, you have a global business, a multinational business. So you have doors open in every country in all kinds of languages. So once you have those doors open, iPAS is going to provide the traffic, as we call it, or the eyeballs, to see your offer, all right? So we create the presentations, the websites, the same website you came through to get here, all right? And when people see that, you just put that in front of them, and guess what they do? They buy. When someone buys and does the same thing that you do, you get paid. That's how simple it is. Now from there, that's what we call the small win. So you set up your link, you send people to that link, and then you let the system do what it does. You look at a McDonald's, for example. The McDonald's opens its doors. It says, hey, we have a dollar menu. Come check it out for $1 and get a hamburger. When was the last time, for those of you that eat McDonald's? I don't eat McDonald's because, frankly, I'm not a fan. Actually, that would be a lie. I do eat there. But you go to McDonald's, you don't go there to buy a $1 cheeseburger. You get fries with that. You get a combo meal. You get a soda. You get an apple pie. That's how they make their money, okay? But they use that small win, that dollar menu, to get in the front door. iPAS works in the exact same way. It's inexpensive, as all of you have seen. It's $7 or $47 a month to get this digital franchise-style business system, okay? And then we provide the menu of products for you to sell. Here's why that's important, is we pick the products for you, which you can see in step 5 of the formula, okay? In fact, if you click the button down below, that's how you add the products to your business. And the reason we picked that is because, you guys, I've been in this industry 8.5, almost 9 years, and the one thing I've seen people struggle with is they sell products that don't pay them very well. Meaning, do you want to sell a product that makes you $10, or do you want to sell a product that makes you up to $3,000? Because you got to make a lot of products at $10 a pop to be able to pay your mortgage or to pay for this new lifestyle, right? Whereas with iPAS, we pick the products that pay you so great commissions, such great commissions, and have such a great value that cater to these 16 million people that you don't need to make that many sales in order to be successful. So, in recap, here's how it works. You go through the system, you set up your website, you just have a link, that's all you need to do to open your doors. You follow some instructions or click a couple of buttons to be able to get people to that website, okay? From there, all we do is, as long as you have the products attached to your business, you can make those really high commissions. And so part of this, and part of this experience right now, is setting up your products. So if you haven't done that, make sure you do that. And we'll talk about those products, but it's really important. We call them profit maximizers because we are in the business of selling products, all right? So if you go through a drive-through at McDonald's, okay, you're going to go through that drive-through, but if they don't have burgers and fries and Happy Meals, what are you going to do? You're going to drive across the street to Burger King because you're going to eat. Somebody is going to make money. So iPAS provides all the products. So if you don't have those guys, you're really going to financially hurt yourself. And so it's really important to setting up this system that you have those products. And so I think there's a link down below. Otherwise, you can just go to step 5 in the formula and go ahead and get those products because it is so important for you to do that. But the bottom line is simplicity. Anthony said it best, is the system is made to work for you. As long as you're obedient to it, meaning all you have to do is set up your website, which is just a few clicks of the mouse, okay? Set up your bank account so you can get paid, all right? And then just get people there. And you can do it for free. You can spend a little bit of money on it. You can go through our training. And if that's all you have to do, you can be very, very successful. Because on a lot of businesses out there, maybe you go onto a website and they may have the best product in the world, could cure cancer, okay? But if you don't have an offer and you don't have a way to get people there, you'll never sell those products. And odds are you're only going to make a little itsy-bitsy piece of that pie, okay? For those of you that have been in MLMs, you know what I mean. You make a very small percentage of a lot of people. Well, I'm more interested in making a big percentage, like 70% of smaller amount of people. Even though there's 16 million people that start a business, we know that. I don't want a big piece of that pie. I just want a little sliver of that. It's much, much easier, and that's what iPAS does. But it all starts with positioning. You got to get the menu connected to your business, and that's why it's important to have those products, okay? So that's how it works in a nutshell. It's super easy. No need to overcomplicate it. But on our side, to build it, it took a long time in order to make that simple for you.
Yes, it did. I want to take off on that. I'm going to go out to the coaching panel out here, and I got the power couple. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and I'm going to put this out there for you guys. When you get a brand new member and we're coaching them, we want them to make money. That's the objective. That's what we do as coaches. Kind of share with us the power couple. First of all, introduce yourselves very quickly, and then tell us what it's like when you encounter a new member. You may have one of these new members on your show tonight. Tell them, what was your objective for them when you got started talking to them? What was your primary objective to get them to do? And what do we want to accomplish for them? So with that being said, Paulo and Cassandra, come on up, introduce yourselves.
Hey, man, thanks a lot. My name is Paulo CQ.
And I'm Cassandra Lee, and together we are the Power Couple.
What's going on, man?
Man, I appreciate you having us on
thank
here,
you for
man.
having us here, man. We're pumped up.
Yeah, and congratulations to everyone who made it out here on the show.
Absolutely.
You guys are on the inside, right? You know what's going on here, and you're going to be able to take away, you know, a lot of the stuff that has just been shared and run with it, right?
Yeah.
So whoever didn't make it, that's okay. They'll probably catch the recording, but there's something about being live.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely. But to answer your question, Anthony, you know, when we first got started online, you know, one of the things that we definitely didn't experience is a call, you know, a call. And, you know, I remember when I got started, I wanted to know, is this thing real? What's going on, right? So as soon as a new member comes in, it's a beautiful opportunity to kind of just ease them and just give them that positive outlook that, hey, look, listen, you know, you're not alone here, and, you know, you got a system, you got coaches, and we're here to help you out.
Word.
So I think that the first thing is to just make sure that the person who just got started is kind of at ease, right, and kind of pre-framing them what to expect, and really the next thing is, hey, just make sure you watch the training videos, the
Absolutely.
5 videos.
I mean, also when we first got started, you know, there was a lot of, what do I do now?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, exactly.
Where do I start? There was a lot of questions, and I'm sure all the coaches can agree. Our biggest objective is to get you from point A to point B, to shorten that frustration gap, that learning curve. We want to shorten that as much as possible so you can earn while you learn, right?
Exactly.
We want to position you in the best way possible to allow you to make money. I mean, we came here, right? I mean, everyone saw the video, you saw the shortcut, you saw, you know, everything, and you're like, man, I can make money, right? You come here thinking about the things you'll do with that money, right? Why you need the money, and our only goal is to help you get what you're looking for. Get the goals and dreams you came here for, right? And really, we don't all want money. We want what money can do for us. And that's our objective.
Exactly.
Is to get you what money can do for you. And, you know, that's our only thing. We just want to help you do that. We're going to tear down the layers.
And you know, something that's also really important to know, like when we got started, we didn't know how to sell. You know, I mean, I think that 97% of people that get started don't understand how to sell. So we lost like 95% of the money that we could have made. And the cool thing about iPAS is that not only do you have the system that teaches you a step-by-step process of what you need to do, but when you go ahead and become a Black Card member, you have the ability and the opportunity that nobody else has, which is the ability to actually have coaching, right? Coaching that can actually, people who know how to sell, like these people on the panel who are phenomenal, right? Like Jalissa was #1.
She's the bomb, man.
She's awesome, right? And, you know, and you have Mr. Anthony leading the way, phenomenal leader. Yeah. He's teaching us a lot of great things. But I think that's something really cool, that you actually not only get the system, but you get coaches on your behalf, coaching your new members. So, you know, you don't have to mess up the sales.
I agree. I mean, leveraging the entire iPAS, you know, system, you know, I mean, Chris Jones is the man for thinking of that, right? You think about it and you're
that's
like,
crazy.
When we first got started, I wanted this so bad.
Dude, I was calling my sponsor. I was like, dude, he kept hanging up on me. He's like, I don't want to talk to you. And
yeah,
I was like, what I got to do?
What we, you know, like, I think of if we had this sooner, what we could have done faster, you know? But, you know, it's here now.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you, leverage everything, man. Get in there, just dig it all up.
Just eat it.
Position yourself to make the most, especially if you want to get to where you want to go.
Exactly.
Fast and effective.
Absolutely.
So that was the key word that they just shared with you. And you want to write that down. Leverage. iPAS2 is leverage. Now, that's important because we have 7-figure earners using iPAS2. So if you're a brand new person coming in here and you're on this broadcast and this show is for you, keep in mind that you are now working hand in hand with 7-figure income earners, 6-figure income earners, 5-figure income earners. And let me also state this. We're not promising you any level of success because we have an income disclaimer to explain that to you. But we want you to know these things are possible if you have a system that works for you and you're obedient to the system. This system can make some phenomenal things happen for you. And we want you to know that here in this program, the objective is for you, again, to have clarity. We want to make sure you understand. So I want to bring these coaches on and let you know and let you see. And that's what's beautiful about a live program. You can't hide that emotion. That emotion comes out genuinely. Jalissa, you were #1 last month in coaching. Now, what that means to the audience out there, you new members, is that she was the #1 person in sales. Now, when you hear the term coaching, I also want to set the correct expectations for you, the new member coming in. When you say coaching, we're called coaches because we are coaching this person through our system to understand how this system works. But what the primary function of an iPAS2 coach is to take your new member. Now, if you're listening to this, you are a new member, and you're being coached on behalf of your sponsor, whoever your sponsor may be. He or she is at the Black Card level membership. That means that person has understood this program as they went through it and understand that they maximize their efforts at the Black Card level. They will make the majority of their income from the Black Card level. So we will continue to emphasize that, and we're doing that for a reason, because we know that if you are at that level, this is the level that your chances of success are significantly greater. Okay? This is why we're emphasizing that. So now let's talk about the fact that it's the Christmas season. And it may be challenging, money short, all kind of things are going on. I get that. But what we are also stating is that as you get ready to go into this new year, which we all make resolutions as we go into the new year, and you're a new person out there determining what level do I need to get my profit maximizer at, where we're giving you clues during this presentation on how you should approach it, because this will give you the best opportunity. So, Jalissa, You were number one last month. And what you did was explain to the new members coming through was to do what? What was your suggestion to them to help you become number one in the iPAS coaches? Go ahead, Jaleesa.
Hey everyone, first thank you for having me on here along with all the other coaches, and I appreciate everybody being here as well too. So you know, last month, as they say, I was number one, but previous before that, Power Couple was number one too. I'm gonna shout them out. Coming in as a new person, you have to realize, okay, this is a new system. Like the Power Couple said, everybody wonders, okay, what do I do next? Well, it's in the system. You follow the steps and you go through the setup steps. Now, we are here to guide you through the setup steps and tell you what you need to do, but you guys, the proof is in the pudding. And what I mean by that is saying that you got to follow the system. The system will work for you as long as you're obedient to the system. So a new person starting out, you know, I let them know, go ahead and go through the setup process, get your system set up. We also offer a service that we can get it set up for you for a small fee to go ahead and, like the Power Couple said as well, we want to take that time frame, that learning curve, and condense it, right? We want as many shortcuts as we can, right? Because we all want success. So it's once you get done setting everything up, go ahead and start figuring out who you're talking to, right? Your target market. So the first thing that I start off telling with people after they've gone through the system, watch all the trainings, and go through the setup process, figure out who you're talking to. Know your target market, and that makes so much difference into going into the trainings that we have here, especially coming at the black card level. You get access to the 6-figure shortcuts, where there's so much training in there to go ahead and take you to the next level.
Jaleesa, thank you. When we talk about your target audience, that'll come up a little bit more again with a little bit more clarity. So let's identify that. You have two sources of traffic. You have one is called free traffic. That means your warm market, people that you know, your friends, family, business associates, the traditional marketplace, okay, where you would get leads from. And the second source is traffic that you pay for to get it in. And we're going to show you in this system how to get access to both types of traffic, because the objective is for you to learn how to bring people to see what it is that you do. And once you've done that, the system then starts to duplicate. Now keep in mind, speed of the leader, speed of the group. People will do what you do. Once again, we're emphasizing that you want to come in and be at a level that is respectable to that new person that you want. Now, you know this program will pay you up to $3,000, up to $3,000 on one sale. However, in order for that to occur, you need to be at the black level membership. Now, when you're at the black level membership, things open up. When you go into the formula of the iPAS system, you will see all those little icons unlock. And you can see yourself at this point having a whole world of information, a whole business that is open up, a whole franchise that all you have to do is allow people to come through your front door. And things will be dramatically different in your life if you choose to accept it. So that's what we want you to know.
Elaborate on that a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, we have a system obviously that automates a lot of things. It takes the guesswork out of a lot of the technicalities of internet business. Okay, you don't have to build a website, you don't have to find the product, you don't have to find a product that everybody wants. Okay, but let's just break it down. I want you guys to do a quick exercise, because this is what was done with me when I first started, and it's helped me. I do it every single month. And so I want to ask you to put in the chat, what are your goals? What is your game plan for you? How much would you guys like to make in a month with iPAS? I'm monitoring the chat, so I want to read. I'm just curious. How much do you guys watching this right now, ladies and gentlemen, how much do you want to make? Put in there what your goals are, and I want to do a little exercise, so if you have a pen and paper, grab it. This in itself is going to help you reach wonders in your business, okay? This is the golden nugget of golden nuggets. So trust me on this. Type in what your goal is, how much you want to make. a month, in every single month. And then I'm going to read it here, and I'm going to tell you to do something with that number, okay?
Okay,
So go ahead
that's
and post.
important. So Chris is going to be monitoring that, because you guys, this is what you're here for. We want you to leave this again with what? Clarity. We want to make sure you understand it. So you have an opportunity to chat in here and be able to post your information. So first thing you want to do is do what Chris has asked you. Put in that number. What is it that you want to make? Because that's going to lead up into our next questions.
All right, so I'm reading them here. I see a lot of 10,000 a month. That seems the common. 25,000 a month with Jay. I love it. $30,000 a month. 25,000, $80,000 per month, right? Minimum $20,000 per month. 30,000, 10,000 by the end of January 2015. 50,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 20,000, 10,000. You guys, I could go out. It looks like a slot machine. It's kind of funny. You guys are seeing it. But here's my quarrel. All right, I'm going to bet you, all of you typing in, and I love you all. Okay, you don't know what that's going to get you. Okay, I did the same thing when I first started online. I said, yeah, I want to make $10,000 a month. That sounds great, right? But what does that get you? At the end of the day, you want a new life for yourself, right? You want to get out of debt, or you want to have a new lifestyle for yourself. So in order for you to be successful, you need to connect yourself to that dollar amount. And here's why that's so important: is that $10 is just a number. You're not going to fight for that number. You're not going to do whatever it takes for that number, because it's neutral. Money is neutral, okay? It doesn't mean anything. But what I want you to do on that piece of paper, or in free time, you don't have to do it right now, but is I want you to write down the things that you want in your new life, your new lifestyle, okay? Because you're going to be surprised of maybe $10,000 isn't going to get you that lifestyle. All right, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to talk to you in a second here, how to reach that goal, and why we're going to give you the jet or the Ferrari to get to that goal. Because the bottom line is, I can say, hey, you can get to work 5 miles away by walking, but I'm going to tell you what, it's a lot quicker taking a bicycle, and it's a heck of a lot quicker taking a Ferrari, all right, to get there, or whatever, a fast car, okay? So here's what I want you to do. On that piece of paper, write down mortgage or rent or whatever you do, cars, expenses, okay, vacations, debt, college funds, okay, fund money, okay. I want you to write down all the things that you want in a new lifestyle, and I want you to put a dollar amount to compare. I want to put to what you pay now and what it would cost you. So, for example, let's just say a mortgage. All right, maybe you pay $1,800 a month or $2,000 a month, okay. Let's say you want a new house. Let's just say that's going to be $4,000 a month. Put that number there and go down the list. Maybe you want an extra car. You want to pay off your car, so put that dollar. Maybe you want a really nice car, so put $1,000 a month. All right. Underneath that, put vacations. How much do you want to spend on vacations? Go down the list. But now you got to think to yourself, Uncle Sam's going to take some of that money. Sure. Right? So if you want to make $10,000 a month, is that really going to get you that new lifestyle? All right, so I want you to just make a list of all the things you want to change in your life to have this dream lifestyle, okay? This is so important because you're going to find out when you add up all that amount, taxes and getting out of debt, putting a savings account, how much per month would you love to put in a savings account? An extra $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month into savings, okay? So calculate that in. So make that list, and you're going to find that that number is maybe more like $30,000, okay? But to be very realistic, some people don't account for taxes, right? Uncle Sam's getting his money one way or another. So I want you to emotionally connect yourself, and I want you to take that piece of paper and pin it to your wall, in your office, in your home, in the bathroom, in the mirror, whatever you got to do, because I want you to know what that new lifestyle dollar amount is going to be every time you wake up, because I'm going to tell you what, when I first started online, I wrote a check. Once I figured out what that dollar was, okay, mine was, I think, $23,000, okay, at the time when I started. I wrote a check for myself for $23,000. I pinned it to the ceiling of my bedroom. So every time I woke up in the morning, I would see that check for $23,000. And guess what? Because I did this exercise, I knew what that $23,000 would get me. Brand new house, I could see it in my head as clear as day. With the couches where they were, where the sink was, with the pool in the backyard and the dog running around. It was so vivid, I knew that what that was going to get me. And you know what that did? Is it made me very impatient, okay? $10,000 or $23,000 doesn't mean anything to me, All right? But what that gets me and what that does for my family means everything. So all of a sudden, I had this urgency that I didn't have before. I had this emotional connection that I've never had before. So I woke up in the morning and I saw that check and I popped out of bed. If I didn't realize what that was going to be, I'd roll out of bed and think about maybe doing my business. And yeah, I'll get there eventually. But you know what? I saw that and it was so vivid in my brain that I was like, I'm up, I'm going, I'm going to make this happen. So all of you need, so here's my point. That exercise is what we call a game plan. Okay? Once you have the game plan down, you want to ask yourself, how quickly do you want to get there? How quickly do you want that new house? How quickly do you just want to be debt-free and not working a darn job? Okay? Sick and tired of being sick and tired. How quickly do you want to be done with that? So once you decide that and you make that decision, you make that conscious decision, it's time to take action for it. Okay? You guys have the golden goose of platforms, I'm telling you right now. But now it's to say, okay, how many sales need to happen in order for you to reach that? Okay, so let's just say it is 10,000, just to be simple. Okay, so if your goal is $10,000 a month, because a lot of you have that, okay, and you know what that's going to get you, how many sales every single month, every single day, every single week is that going to take you to reach that? Okay, because here's the bottom line, guys. If I say, hey, I have a check for $100,000 here in my house. I write a check right now with my checkbook, and I hold it to all of you. Say, first one here gets it. All right? You guys are going to drive all over the country to try to. Mark Dale, you're not included. Anthony, you're in the other room. You can't do this. But what I'm saying is, you guys are going to drive all over the place, trying to find where I'm at, asking people, where is Chris at? I want $100,000. Okay? But if I gave you a GPS with my location, all right? Some of you would be smart enough to jump on a plane. Some of you would be smart enough to say, I'll pay $20,000 for a private jet to get there. You guys would do the path of least resistance to get there as fast as possible. That's what I'm here to do for you. I want you to get to that goal as quickly as possible. I don't want you to struggle. I don't want you to get frustrated. I don't want you to have to make 300 sales just to reach that monthly goal because it's exhausting. That's where a lot of people fail, is they just have to do so much in order to really reach that goal. And then they get burnt out, and a lot of people never hit it. But if I could tell you today that this system can pay you up to $3,000 every time the system does what it does, these coaches down here are doing phenomenal. They're at the top of the leaderboards because they're selling products. And so how would you like to have that coach selling products for you? How much faster are you going to get to that game plan? So you know your game plan, all right? Now it's decide, do you want 100 sales per month? And how realistic is that for you and your time commitment and your budget? Be honest. Or would you like 4 sales, less than 4 sales, to be able to get to your goal? What kind of position do you want to be in? You know, I know some of you will say, you know what, Chris, to go black, it's $3,995. Okay, yes, that may seem expensive, but I'm going to tell you, the average franchise, the average McDonald's, I just wrote this the other day. I did the research, over $1.3 million. You take a salary, maybe $50,000 a year, takes you 5 years to pay back the debt, you have royalties that go out, you still have to pay for location and materials. You guys, that is nothing. Sell the TV, sell the couch, sell the dog. Don't sell your dog. But, you know, do what you have to do, because I think a lot of you can afford it. I couldn't afford a business, and you know what I did? I don't want to admit this. I'm going to get in trouble by saying this. I sold my dad's power tools out of his garage. All right? I sold them on Craigslist. I got enough money to start my business, and guess what? I turned around and I made $11,000 with that month, and I bought him all new power tools. I said, Dad, look what I did. I did it. You can do that too. Do you really need to watch television? No. Do you really need that money for something else? No. Take commitment, because you know now I have the opportunity. If I'm a Black Card member, I get to use a coach. I get the best products in the industry. I get to make $3,000 per sale, which, according to my game plan, I only need to make 4 sales to get there. All of a sudden, you have this relief. Wow, I really don't have to have that much to reach this goal. It's not this big picture anymore. It's not so out of reach, okay? Mm-hmm. That's what we have here. So if you haven't, make sure, please do yourselves a favor. Click the button down below. If you can't see the button, refresh your page. The button will pop up for you. Otherwise, if you click the little formula-looking beaker up there, that will bring you, and you can go to step 5 and get the products, okay? If you can't afford to go black, I understand. We'll love you where you're at, as Mark would always say. But start somewhere. You have to have products in the system, because that's what it's for, right? iPAS is the franchise, and we chose products from Empower Network, the product provider, in order to make you guys as much money as possible to cater to the 16 million people per year that are starting a business. And guess what? We just launched this 90 days ago. All right? Nobody knows about us. All right? We are just scratching the surface. And I heard Mark, actually, he's one of our coaches. He was in the other room today. I'm going to tell you a funny story. He was in the other room today talking to someone interested in buying iPAS. And the guy was just a little hesitant. Actually, he was a lot hesitant.
Yeah, make sure you know the PV version.
Yeah, and he was really hesitant. I'm sitting here on a call, and I hear him in the other room because we work in the same office. And the guy was just like, I just don't know. And, is it saturated? Is the market saturated? I'm like, and he was like, no, we just launched 90 days ago. But wait, we don't even speak Spanish yet. We're not even in the Spanish market yet. All right, what's going to happen when we start speaking Chinese? And he's yelling at this guy saying, do you see the big picture here? We're not even in multiple languages yet we're still thriving in the U.S. market. So you guys are upon something that is so incredibly new and so fresh, and it really is the golden goose because there is no other digital franchise-style business like this. So put yourself in a position to succeed. Know what that game plan is. Visualize it. Tape it to your wall. Tape it to the ceiling, and I promise you, you will see success where everybody else fails because you know what you want. You're going to know how to get there, and as long as you have the products in which the coaches are going to sell, whether or not you have them or not. Here's the kicker, okay? If you're in the system, you know what? You don't need to add the products. You can just make the $7 and the little commissions, all right? But when coaches are out there and they're selling, somebody's making that money, okay? Just like the drive-thru. If you go through the drive-thru and they don't have food on the menu, they're going to go eat somewhere else, okay? So whether you're getting paid or someone else is getting paid, I assure you that's happening. You may not realize it, and it's a little different than if I put a $100 bill in front of you and then took it away. You get a little upset, right? Like, hey, Chris, what are you doing? But if that dollar bill was never on the table, it never existed in your head, you wouldn't know what you lost, okay? Put yourself in a position to succeed, guys. That's how this thing works. If you don't, you're not staying obedient. So anyways, I just went off on a rant there, but I want you guys to
that's good stuff, Chris, because see, this is why we're so glad you're here on this first show, because for the new person out here looking at this for the very first time, we want you to really understand how important it is that you get a profit maximizer and start moving right now. Don't hesitate. See, the reason why people fail is because they don't believe. And that's why we're here today. We want to instill upon you, first of all, to see and feel our belief. We believe in this. We know this works. We have people every single day having little wins. Those little wins mean so much. So for those of you out here for the first time being a part of this, or whether you've been in business before in other companies, you know how important it is to have that first success. That first success gets that snowball rolling. When's the best time to make another sale? Right after you just made one. Things happen, and these coaches understand that. So when we have a sale, I'm going to go over to real quick again because I want to drive these points home, guys. It's important that you know as a new person why it's so important that you have a coach on your side. And the only way you can do that, you need to get at the level where you can now have that coach on your side to do some of this heavy lifting for you. Coach Tina Renee, when you get a new person in, what's it like when we make that sale for them? Can you give them an idea what that experience is like real quick?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you again so much for having me tonight. And I'm just bubbling over here with excitement just to can't wait to join in on this conversation just so that people can know that they're dealing with coaches that actually love what they do. And, you know, remind me of the question that you wanted me to answer, because like I told you, I'm so excited. I have so many things over here that I want to say.
Basically, when you entertain a new client on the phone and you're dealing with a new member, and we get them, your objective is to get them to get a profit maximizer. Explain to them, to the new members here, why it's so important, because some of them already have a profit maximizer, maybe considering a profit maximizer. What is it your objective as a coach to get them to get the right profit maximizer? Why is it so important that they get the right profit maximizer? And why is it so important that you as a coach, what experience do you get out of that, helping them do that?
I absolutely, the first thing I do is I find out what they want. That my objective and my goal is to get them to reach their goal. Like you said, those small wins, just anything. So the first thing I do is I sit down with them and find out, what are you trying to achieve? We go straight to the game plan. And the first question talks about what do you want income wise, like we just finished talking about. And so what I do is hear what it is that they want. Who is this going to help when you reach this goal? Because it's not just about you. Most people are not selfish. They have family, they have friends. You wouldn't believe the stories that we hear. Some people just want to do well so they can help others. They want to give to charity. They want to help their family. So that's the first thing, is to find out what they want. And then my job is to paint the picture and show them how they've made a wonderful decision to be this far in the system. Because to even get on with the coach, you have to have finished those videos. So to be this far in the system, I'm congratulating them and then showing them how it is that we can help them reach that goal. And what I do is I say, you know what, look, what does your ideal day look like? Tell me, if money was not an issue, what is it that your day looks like? And I say, like, put yourself in that position. And then once they tell me what their ideal day looks like and they put themselves there, literally, like, I might even ask them to close their eyes while they're telling me, because I want them to feel it. And so after that, at that moment, I can then say, you know what, this is where you need to go, and this is why. It's not just about trying to push something down someone's throat, because I have a heart. I want to see people win. So I want to make sure that they're getting where they need to be. At the end of the day, they're going to be working. You might as well work smart. And so, I paint that picture and I say, listen, you've got a decision to make. After we've had our conversation, after they've told me what they wanted, you have a decision to make. To decide means to cut off some things. You're going to cut some things off. What are you cutting off? When you make this decision, you are cutting off the old lifestyle that you don't want. You're going to have to get in here, decide to focus, because you already have the steps laid out to help you win. Decide that you're going to focus. Decide that you're going to win. And then create the vision board so that you have your why in front of you every single day. And so that's the lead in to where you need to go. And of course, you always need to go black. You always need to go black, because black is the place that's, you, like I said, you're going to do the same steps. You may as well make the most commission, and at the highest level is going to be black. And that's just it.
Coach, I want to thank you, because, again, as you guys got a chance to see Coach Tina Renee, notice something, her passion. Again, everyone you've had an opportunity to meet here today, to include the owner, their passion for this is unlike anything you're going to see anywhere. This program is something that you really want to be a part of, and you want to take quick and decisive action. Do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. I'm going to go on to the next step, guys, because we're getting well, but hopefully you guys are getting some good information in. And what I'd like you to do in the chat area, text if you're a new person, you're in within your first month, so Chris can get a gauge, so we'll know who's visiting this show, because, again, primarily we set this up for our new members, and we encourage that if you're a sponsor and you have new team members on here, you want them here every Tuesday at this same time, and we're going to go through this program, and we're going to have other special guests, other top 7-figure income earners are going to be here to give you some insights for your new people coming on, because we want to help promote them to get the best profit maximizers for their business. And we all know what that is. I'm going to share the screen again, and we're going to continue to go down the agenda, so stick with me here. The agenda now is taken as we've already went past the game plan, guys. Let me put this in the play mode here. We've went past the game plan, and I want to ask one more time on the game plan. Coach Marion, while we got this graphic up, tell the new person here, why is this so important that they give us good information? And Chris has already touched on it again, but I want to hit on it one more time because it's that important. Marion, tell them why this game plan is so important for us to help them. Marion, are you with me? Okay. Okay, so that's not working. I've see if I can get you back.
Marion, you just have to unmute yourself. That's all, hon.
Okay, is it? All right. Well, Marion, I'm gonna have to skip you if I can't get you. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next one here. Let's talk about who is and what is Empower Network. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Or is it just Marion that I have cut off? Okay. All right. Let's talk about who is and what is iPAS and the Empower Network. There's a marriage that goes on here because we're going to now go into the next phase of this for the new person that's coming in. You know you have iPAS, and what iPAS is your sales system. Let's talk about how it's joined with what we call the back end of it, and the back end of it is a product and a company called Empower Network. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to yield this over to my friend Mark Dale. Mark is a master at explaining this because of the fact that in the initial videos that you guys saw in the iPAS funnel, you have Mark sitting with Chris and explaining it. So Mark, why don't you come on up and let's talk about that marriage, that the relationship that we have. I'm going to use the word marriage, but I would say that we have a very close relationship, and then Chris can jump in on it. Because he's a pioneer in creating this relationship. But Mark, let's talk to the new person and explain to them why Empower Network and why we chose to join with them.
No, absolutely. I appreciate that. Of course, look, you guys, we're going into the business of selling items online. We're doing an internet marketing business here. That's why you've got your hands on the system with iPAS, okay? And you've got to take a big picture look at how the system works. With the iPAS marketing system, that is what's going to bring people into the opportunity, bring people into the business. Okay. Now, when they come on in, we sell them things. Okay. That's the object of your business, is to sell items. Here's the most unique, neat, and I just say it's the coolest thing about our products that we use, that we resell with the iPAS2 system. They're digital products from Empower Network. Now, what I mean by digital products, it means there's not like a hard copy of a product. It's not like it's a book. It would be a bunch of PDFs. It's not like a VCR or DVDs. It's just online videos. You're able to gain access to the products instantly. Here's the beauty of the products, okay? Each product that we own as internet marketers with Empower Network, the products are actually education, okay? The coolest part about this is that the education of the products that we resell with the iPAS system is called Empower Network, okay? The Empower Network products, and we have 5 of them, okay? 4 of them are education, 1 of them is a tool, and we'll get into that in a little bit here. But the neat part about the education of these products that we resell is they teach me and you how to do a better job with an internet marketing business. Now, it's a little bit of a Twilight Zone concept there for a second, so you got to wrap your head around this. You're in the business to do an internet marketing business. You've got to resell products. We resell the education products that help teach you how to do a better job with your business. It's the most uniquely perfect sort of a fit that we could ever come up with, and that's the beauty of it. Further than that is that the products that we resell, we are affiliates. That means we have the rights to be able to resell them. So we enter into an affiliate agreement with Empower Network, and we make very good commissions. The beautiful part, we talked a little bit about this earlier, and Chris touched on it too, is that when you're going to do a business, you want to be able to have products to sell. Our business with iPAS is selling the Empower Network products, and the products are education. their information, their tutorials. Guess what? They're not just tutorials that are taught by someone in the industry that's going to teach you how to do something. You're not just going over to Harvard to get an education. You're not just going over to a community college to get an education. Guess who's teaching these products? Guess who the teachers are in the products that teach you how to do the business? It's an example. It would be like, I know Chris was talking about this earlier. If you had to learn how to go golfing, okay, and you wanted to learn how to golf, you could go ahead and go over to your country club and learn from the country club pro, some young kid or whoever it is, but you would take weeks and months and stuff to learn how to do that. Or would you rather learn from Tiger Woods, okay? Would you rather learn golfing from Tiger Woods, okay? If you had to go into business and you wanted a business degree and you wanted to go to a business college, would you rather learn from the professor or would you rather learn from Donald Trump? Okay, obviously we know the answers to these. I'd love to learn golf from Tiger Woods, and I'd like to learn business applications and real estate from Mr. Trump. Okay, that's what these products are. The products from Empower Network are taught by the industry leaders that are using them day to day. They teach how to use the system. They teach how to do internet marketing, and they're all successful gurus at it. So you guys, the products that we have with iPAS combined with Empower Network, okay, are so uniquely perfect that for me, look, for me, I needed to learn how to do the business, and the products from Empower Network help teach me how to do the business. The more of the products that I have with Empower Network, the more information I learn how to do the business, the more well-equipped that I am, the better that I am, the more money that I make. Okay, so it's an investment to own the products. You buy the products, great. The best part about owning the products is that they're education on how to do the business. That's what I love about them so much, is they teach me more how to do the business.
Right.
You guys, it's a fantastic, and Anthony calls it a marriage. I'll call it a marriage. That's fine, because that's how it feels. Because without a product, we're not in business. We don't have an internet marketing business. Well, with the product from Empower Network, not only do we resell that and make money when we resell it, but the products teach us how to do the business even better. You guys, I'm going to start getting really excited about this because it's such a perfect fit, and I hope you understand that. You got to sell something. Why not sell something that's going to help you how to do the business? Why not be able to sell somebody something that's going to teach them how to do the business?
Right.
And you guys, it's
I want
more
to,
than that. It's so
Mark,
much more than that. There's community involved, but I want to turn it back over to Anthony because
it's the same thing. Mark, I appreciate your passion, and I'm going to switch this over to Chris because, again, Chris is instrumental in creating this relationship and this bond. And so, Chris, we are using Empower Network, and there are some specific reasons on why you chose that. You want to share that?
Yeah, I mean, it really comes down to, all right, so I found out about the internet in 2006. I found out about how to build a business and make money. And here's where I came from before that, is I was in MLM, I was in network marketing, and I was building organizations. I was trying to start a business on my own. I went from working corporate America and for the government to doing something totally different. And what I had found in network marketing is I had to make so many sales and make 10% of every sale that it just became very difficult. You know, and it was just like, wow, to really make a full-time income, I just had to do so much work, and it just wasn't worth my time. And then a friend of mine said, Chris, you know, I'm selling health products online, and I made them, and my cost is $3.50, and I sell it for $70. I'm like, are you kidding me? You make over $70 every time a sale comes in, and he was making like 90-some% on his margin. I'm like, this is where I'm going wrong. And so I got into the industry of e-commerce. I started selling products online, Amazon, Google. This is when Google, I mean, I made a fortune on Google because it was so simple to put things out there. Everybody saw it, but what I put in front of people is what made the difference, okay? So Empower Network came across my desk about 3 years ago, a little less than 3 years ago. I didn't think anything of it, but I knew that these products at the time had paid over 80% commissions. It was this enormous payout. And I'm like, this is what people need, because this is what got me to becoming six-figure, seven-figure earner online, is now I wasn't wasting time for $10. I was making $2,000, $3,000 every time someone bought. So I didn't have to be a slave to my business anymore. And I was like, wow, You know, my first month I made $11,000. I was just like, that was so easy. And I'm not, there's no guarantees here. You can see our income disclaimers. You can go to iPASearnings.com. You can go and see these things. We won't hide them. But here's the bottom line: is Empower Network came across my desk, and I said, now this is the right time. The right products that pay really good commissions, almost as if you created them yourself. And then iPAS is the franchise style piece. So that is the McDonald's. Empower Network is the burger and fries, all right? So together, we merged together because I didn't want to create products. I just wanted to create the system, the logic, and the ecosystem, if you will, for all of you to succeed. And so having these products just puts you in a position. You can go out there and find other stuff to sell. You can make stuff out of your house and sell iPhones all day long, but you're going to make a very tiny, tiny little piece of that. So you got to be prepared to do a lot of work and to do a lot of selling. And whereas iPAS, on the other hand, for those of you that get your profit maximizers, you can click that down below and see what your options are. You can spend a little bit of money, a little bit more money, and be able to make more. And as Mark said, it's just going to teach you how to be better from people that are already successful. Okay.
Right.
So this was the perfect marriage, as Anthony said.
Well, we have we kind of went through this area of information, who we are, what we do, and how it works, and we've talked about the relationship between iPAS and the Empower Network. So now let's talk about you, the individual out here now, the new member that wants to get your business going. Let's talk about what that's going to take for you. What do you need to do? Well, first of all, we've already went over the fact that you need to create your game plan. That is so important. It's so important that you create that game plan to give us an idea of who you are, what you want, what are you trying to achieve. And then we'll give you some realistic expectations of how you can accomplish that with the iPAS system, okay? All right, so do your game plan. So make that note. Complete your game plan. Whether you submitted it to a coach or not, there's a game plan in there. You want to create that. And some people will call that your goals. What are your goals? What do you want? What do you want to achieve from this business? And you need to be very specific on what you want. Don't just say, I want to make a lot of money. Oftentimes, I know as the coaches, you know, they'll ask us, so sir, what do you want to make? Well, I want to make a lot. That's not an answer. It's an answer, but it's not a good answer. You need to be specific on what it is that you want. So, in your notes, right, I need to be specific. You need to be specific on what you want. Because if you can identify what it is you want in your own mindset, then you need to bring that and put that in your heart. iPAS, we want this to be a part of you. We want this to be an extension of you. This can be your career. This could be your business. Not so much iPAS, the company. Not so much iPAS, the system. iPAS is just simply a vehicle to help you get to where it is that you truly want to be, okay? And we want you to get there, and we want you to get there quick. We want you to get there sooner than later. So we want you to understand your goals. Now, the next thing that we want to talk about is that we had laid out this whole board. There's so many things that we want to speak to you about, but we're not going to be able to get it all on this particular session. However, we're also going to encourage that you come back next Tuesday and always come here, because not only will you get this good information, you're going to get a good checkup from the neck up. We're going to give you some inspiration to know that you're not by yourself. You're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. You may have a sponsor that's inactive or not active with you. Count on us. We'll be here for you. Our coaches are here to work with you. They're here to work, but keep in mind, we want you to be at a point in this business where you can utilize our services, okay? We want you to be at a point where you can utilize our services. And so to do that, you need to get to the black card level. And now let's talk about why you want to do that. We talk about why is it important that you want to get to the black card level. And let me just show you that to achieve this is simply taking out the right steps, doing what's necessary. If you guys can see the screen. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
All right, beautiful. iPAS Black. It's an exclusive membership. Now, take a look at your current situation and say, okay, I understand where I am and I understand where I want to be. What is it going to take? Now, this is something that you have to have a real hard conversation with oneself. Remember, when you talk to others, don't necessarily get into a habit of sharing what it is that you want to do with others prior to you doing it, because people will tend to tear down your house. Be cautious of that. Hold some of these things close to your chest, because it's important to you. And it's very rare that people will have a bigger vision of you than they have of themselves. So, you know, they're not going to necessarily see it the way that you see it. So as this young man is in this picture, you can see that smile in his face and look in his eyes as he proudly holds up his iPAS Black exclusive membership. This is a lot more than just a card. It's a lot more than just a position. This is where you want to be for lifestyle. This is where you want to be for freedom. You know, on a traditional black card, Visa, American Express type of black card, you have to pay them to utilize it. You have to pay a debt to get that card. But here, you can get this black card and have this black card earn you a lifestyle, earn you true financial freedom, earn you the opportunity to spend the time with your family and the ones that you love and care about. If you enjoy traveling, it will give you the opportunity to go to some exotic places. You'll get a chance to hear from the Unstoppable family. And on their TV show here in iPAS TV, I think it's one of the most entertaining shows, because they take you around the world in a few minutes. And it's just a beautiful thing to see people that are living a free lifestyle, raising their child and homeschooling their child and doing the things that they want to do when they want, with whom they want. And you're seeing nothing but joy, because between the day you were born and the day that you pass, there's that dash in between. It's that dash that means everything. So as you're sitting here listening to this and watching this screen, what's going on in between your dash right now? Are you where you want to be? Are you where you need to be? And if you join this business because of the fact that you were trying to make a difference in your life, then you need to take massive and decisive action. You need to become part of this membership. You need to become part of this sorority, fraternity, family, organization, and become an iPAS Black exclusive member as well. What will it take? Well, for you, I don't know what it will take. It may take some sacrifices. And when we think about sacrifices, a person that really wants something will do whatever it takes. Yep. And with that, I want to pass it to my friend Mark B, because we want to kind of give you a closing on this area, because this is so important that we take you, the new member, and put you on the track of success. And in order for us to do that, we will do what we have to do to support you. But it's going to be up to you to do the things necessary that you need to do to support you. So, Mark, when you got started, you had shared with me that you had to sacrifice something to do this. I'm going to pass it to you, my friend, to give them this thought.
Absolutely, guys. Look, when I started this business, I guess let me just tell you a bit of the story now. I know we're kind of marching along here at about an hour and 20 minutes, so I'll kind of pick it up here. And we really, really appreciate you guys staying on board, and I think you're really going to get a lot of this. If you can relate to my story, then you can relate to exactly how I am and what I've had to do and what I've decided to do to do this business. Chris and I go way back, probably 8 to 9 years, and very recently, about 2 or 3 years ago, Chris reached out to me and wanted to get back in shape. My wife and I own a gym in Eagan, Minnesota here. And of course I said, Chris, come on out, let's go. So I didn't know he had such a successful internet marketing business. He was just my friend. So we used to start lifting and started training and stuff like that. And one day he said, Mark, you know, I can teach you how to make a whole bunch of money online. Would you be up for that? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Keep talking. Let's do this. And he said, well, here's what we got to do, Mark. He said, look, this is what you need to do. You need to go and buy these products from Empower Network. And you need to get those because that's what we're going to sell in doing your internet marketing business. I said, okay, well, what's an Empower Network product? What do I need it for, and what's it going to do for me? He said, don't worry so much about that right now, but what I need you to do is you need to buy all these products. So I said, okay, I'll do that. Well, how much are they? He said, well, there's 5 of them. There's the blog, the Inner Circle, the Costa Rica Intensive, the 15K Formula, and the Master Course. I said, okay, well, how much are they? He said, well, if you add them all up, they're around $5,000. Okay, I said, whoa. Hang on. I said, whoa. He said, well, that's what we're doing, Mark. I'm trying to teach you how to do the business, and if we're going to do this business right, I need you to get all these products from Empower Network. He said, okay, well, I squirreled away some money, and I was able to get them done. Now, here's what I want to share with you at this part of the story. For me, I wanted to, if any of you can relate, for me, I wanted to do this without my wife knowing, okay? I wanted to be the hero. I didn't want my wife to know that I was going to be doing this internet marketing business with my good friend Chris, right? I just wanted to be able to do it. I wanted to be a hero. I wanted to do it really covert, so she wouldn't even know about it. So I get all these products, and I'm like, okay, Chris. I go back to Chris the next day. We're lifting. Well, not this is a week because I had to squirrel away some money to be able to buy it behind her back and get the products. I said, okay, Jones, what's next? He said, well, Mark, I'm a huge fan of paid traffic and advertising, and it teaches some of the free stuff to do, so you're going to be able to do some of the free stuff, but I want you to get some money so you can pay for some advertising. I said, Jones, I just spent $5,000 on all these products. Okay, now you're telling me I got to get more money, so here's me. I start looking around my house, and I look at my garage, and I'm like, well, there's my motorcycle. And in Minnesota, we all have a bunch of toys, a lot of snowmobiles or motorcycles or three-wheelers, or all kinds of toys, right? So I look at my motorcycle, and I'm like, okay, you're gone. I'm going to sell you. Here's my problem. My wife bought me my motorcycle. Now, I've got to try to figure out what I can tell my wife is the reason I'm selling my motorcycle to get money to do the business, to do this internet marketing business with Chris. I'm like, uh-oh. Well, believe it or not, I talked to my wife. I said, look, Terry, I said, I've got my hands on this business with Chris and I. We're going to do an internet marketing business. I said, I want to sell my motorcycle so I can have money for some advertising and things like that. She said, you did what? Right? Right? You did what? I said, I'm excited. I'm going to do an internet marketing business with my friend Chris. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. It'll be great. So she's like, well, okay. She knows Chris, and he's at the gym and at our gym, and so she knows who he is. So she said, look, Mark, I love you, and if you've decided that you want to sell your motorcycle that I bought for you, so she's kind of digging me a little bit there. She said, I love you. She said, go for it. Go for it and don't look back, and you make it happen. And when it's going to work as good for you as you're telling me it's going to work, of course you can always buy a new motorcycle. I said, okay, I love you. So here I go. I buy this motorcycle or sell the motorcycle, and then I'm on my way, you guys. I'm on my way. Now, if any of you are trying to do this without your spouse knowing about it, I can relate. Okay. I wanted to be the hero. Okay. But then I had to sacrifice something that my spouse bought for me, that my wife Terry bought for me, and that was a motorcycle that I love dearly. So I know what it's like to sell something that you hold dear. But at the time, my vision was I had such a bigger eye on the prize, the future. I wanted something better. Now, if you want something better, if you want to be able to get the finer things in life, maybe you have to sacrifice now. Okay, maybe you do. Okay, so look. Not everybody has the means to sell things like that. And now that Chris let the cat out of the bag that he sold his dad's tools, that was a good one. I just had to sell my motorcycle. Okay. If you guys have the means and you can do something like that, then do it. Okay. So you guys, here's my challenge to you. There's a lot of times in the fitness industry, I get a lot of people asking me, Mark, you know, what's the best workout? What's the best thing to do? What I want to do this and I want to do that. I want, you know, is it the P90X? Is it the tap out? What's the best workout? What is the workout that you should do that's the best one that works? You know, I got a treadmill at home. I got all this equipment at home. I said, well, great. You got this new program to do a workout. How's it working? You do it, right? And they go, no, it doesn't work. I don't watch it. And I go, well, then it sucks. I said, what about the equipment that you bought? Well, I got a new treadmill, but I don't really use it. I said, well, then that sucks too. Okay? So anybody that's ever tried to do an internet marketing business or tried to do something, whatever it is that you're not doing sucks. Whatever you're doing for a workout, whichever one that you will do is the best one there is. If you're going to do this iPAS business and you're going to do it, then it's the best one there is. If you've ever tried to do anything other than an internet marketing business and you just didn't do it, well, then that one sucked. Okay? The fact of the matter is that whichever one you'll do, whether it's a workout or an internet business, it's the one that you're going to work on, and it's the one that you're going to do is the best one. Okay? This is the one that I've chose to do. This is the one that you have chosen to do. So let's talk about doing it right. I want to talk to 4 people right now that are watching, and we've got a bunch of them online right now. So let me talk to the first person that has no profit maximizers. Okay? If that's you, then I'm talking to you right now. All right? There's 3 reasons you need to get the profit maximizers, and for me, it has to be simple. I'm a simple-minded 47-year-old Norwegian. It had to be easy for me. Number 1, the reason you need your profit maximizers is because you're selling stuff online. You have to have a product to sell. You're going to make more money if you have the profit maximizers than you will if you don't. It's very, very simple. The reason you need a profit maximizer is because you're going to make more money. Okay? Number 2 reason why you need a profit maximizer is that if you don't, you're going to lose money. When Chris was talking about it before, when he said, look, if you go through the McDonald's drive-thru, you're going there to eat or to buy something, okay? You're going to do the business of internet marketing, but if you do it without a profit maximizer, people are going to come into the business. They're going to watch the same videos you saw. They're going to be on these same live webcasts that you're watching. They're going to be exposed to the same information that you're going to do, and if they have the means and willing to do it, they're going to buy their profit maximizers. If you do not own a profit maximizer and you're not an affiliate with Empower Network, when somebody buys the profit maximizers from your efforts, because you're going to do the efforts of doing the iPAS2 system, and someone's going to come in and they're going to buy their profit maximizers. If you don't own one, you're going to lose money. It's going to go to somebody, okay? Whoever was their sponsor, whoever's your sponsor, if you don't own a profit maximizer, but you do the work to bring people into the system and they get theirs, you're not going to make any money, you guys, okay? You need to understand, number 1, the reason why you need them is because you're going to make money. Number 2, the reason why you need them is that if you don't have them, you're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to leave it all behind, okay? Number 3, very important reason, is that it's the completion of your franchise-style business. To get the profit maximizers is to complete your business. It puts you in the best position to actually go out and do business. When you get your profit maximizers, it opens up more training in the back office of iPAS. When you get your profit maximizers from Empower Network, it opens up more education by the best people in the business that teach us how to do the industry. Okay? It's the completion of your franchise style model. You guys have to get your profit maximizers. You have to. You're going to make money because you're going to resell them. Now you got something to sell. Number 2, if you don't, you're going to lose money because they're going to buy. They're just not going to buy from you because you don't have them. It's like having, look, it's like having a McDonald's and you have not even placed a food order. People are coming in your McDonald's and they're like, I'll have a cheeseburger. You're like, well, I can't because I never bought my cheeseburgers. I never bought them to resell them. You have to own the product to resell. We're doing a business, okay? Now, the minimum level to get your profit maximizers is the Pro Kit level, okay? That's what we call the Pro Kit. It's called the Starter Kit. Okay. When you go to the formula videos, number 5, the getting started, and you click the button underneath the black card, it says other profit maximizers. If that's where you need to be, that's fine. That's the level you need to get to. Now, most of the people that I talk to, and most of the people that all these awesome coaches talk to, they see the light. They want to be at the black card level. Okay, that's where you should be, because that's the highest level that there is and the most education on how to do the business. Number 2 person I want to talk to real quick tonight is the people that are at our silver level or at our pro level. Okay, I want to talk to the people right now that are at the pro level membership in iPAS. I'm going to challenge you. Okay, now as a coach, I'm going to challenge you. As individuals, I find when people challenge themselves on an individual level, their challenge to themselves is, I'm going to try. My challenge to you as an outside coach and outside influence is to make you a little bit uncomfortable. So if it's not in your means to have the extra $500 to get that Costa Rica intensive product, I don't care. You should be a little bit uncomfortable if you had to do it. Because if you're uncomfortable by getting it, it's going to put your butt in action, okay? When you're uncomfortable, you go into action. So I'm going to challenge all of the viewers tonight that are on that pro level. I want you at the silver level by tomorrow or by the end of the week, okay? If you got what it takes to accept my challenge, type it in there. Say, yeah, Mark, absolutely, I'll take your challenge. Please do. Type it in there. We would love to have you. If you're at pro, I want to see you at silver by the end of the week. Take the challenge. It's just the $500 product from Empower Network. You go to Empower Network, you log in, and you activate the Costa Rica Intensive. Now let's talk to the people at silver. You see where this is going, don't you? It's time for you to step up. If you're at the silver level, it's time for you to recommit to this business. It's time for you to recommit and take action, okay? You need to own the 15K formula product because you need to get from silver to gold, okay? People at gold, when you get to the gold level after you own that product, okay, now you've got more education. You've got a bigger toolbox. You're going to make more money when other people get it. The people at gold, guess what? You know you need to be at the black card level. You know it. You feel it. You can feel it. You know you should be at the black card level. So I want to challenge anybody that's at the gold level, find a way before New Year's. Find a way before New Year's that you can commit to the black card level, okay? Anybody who doesn't have a profit maximizer, I'm challenging you to at least, at the bare bones minimum, get to that starter kit. You're at the starter kit, you've been there for a while, kind of just half-heartedly doing the business, seeing if it works. Maybe you're going to do it, maybe you're not. Okay? Get stepped up, get into that silver level. Everybody at silver, I want you at gold. If you're at gold, I want you at black. You know I want you at black because everybody here at the black card level is the ones that are serious about making money and doing it, and they are making the most amount of money. Mm-hmm. So you guys, I challenge you to do the business that you know you wanted to do. You know you wanted to do this. So I'm suggesting to you to step up into this challenge and take care of business, you guys. Take care of it. Let's get it going. Everything is here to help you out. One last challenge. This is to my black card level members. If you're watching right now and you're a black card level member, it's time. Here's your challenge. You look at this panel and all these people are right here to help you. If you have not activated your coaching, you're missing out. I challenge you to get your coaching activated so we can help you make more money. That's what we do. Okay? I hope you guys are tracking with me, and I appreciate you marching along here. And, of course, look, I want to pass it over to Anthony, and he'll close us out. But here's the thing. If Anthony can close us out, I want to be able to stay as long as I can tonight. We'll be done with the whole broadcast, but any of you that have questions, we'll open it up for Q&A after I hand it back over to Anthony. And if there's Q&A, if you guys have questions specifically, we'll look into the chat. And, of course, I'll stay as long as we need after Anthony wraps it up, but I would like to have any Q&A. But you guys, step up to the challenge. If you don't own a Profit Maximizer, at least get the Pro Kit, okay? At least. If you're already there, go get yourself that silver. If you're at silver, you need to get to gold, and you know why. If you're at gold, you darn better well be at the black by the end of the year. You want to impress me, you'll see y'all get there by the end of the week. Okay? And if you're at black and you haven't activated your coaching, you're at a disadvantage, and you know you are. So it's time to step up and activate your coaching, guys. It
That's
really
right.
is.
Great job, Mark. Great
Anthony,
job.
take us home, buddy.
This is so important. That's what this is about here for you today. It's about getting you on track to start profiting right now. We want you to profit right now.
Yes.
And we took you through this journey to give you an idea of who we are, what we do, how it works, how it can work for you. You might have some specific questions on how do I set up my autoresponder and how do I do this? And I know if you're a new person, that might be something you're struggling with, but remember we told you you're going to take, well, Marion said it best. If you have an elephant, you eat it one bite at a time. So we're giving you the first bite. The first bite is understanding in your head and in your heart what it is that you want to accomplish. Understanding in your head and your heart a belief system. You want to believe this. You don't have to necessarily take our word for everything we're saying. Hopefully you're reading our body language, and hopefully you're reading and understanding what we're saying to you and how we're saying it to you, because we know this works. We know this can work for you. We want it to work for you, because if you're successful, that makes this whole thing worth it. And that's what we want. We're here for the long haul. We are here for the duration. We want you to be with us. We want you to win with us. We're going to start to wrap up here, and I have a couple of other things I want to share with you. And we're going to let you know real quickly, and then I'm going to turn it over to Chris, and then we'll turn over. But tomorrow, for those of you still here listening, there will be another program for those of you that might find yourself stuck. If some of the information you received today has been a little bit overwhelming, or maybe you couldn't get it all, or maybe you're just at a point within the system you just don't understand, or you just don't get it, well, tomorrow we're going to take care of that too, because remember, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. So Marion, would you come up and tell them what they can expect from you and tomorrow on your show, you and Karen?
Absolutely, Anthony. Can you hear me this time?
I can hear you fine.
Perfect, thank you. Me and my technology problems. Honestly, Anthony, I am proof that anybody can do this. You know, the amount of times I get lost and all that kind of thing, and yet I am successful. It just shows that anybody can do this. And I think because, number one, I'm a baby boomer, so things don't come, technology doesn't come to me as easy as it does for all these young ones here, these powerful young ones. But because of that, I kind of relate to people coming on board and not knowing how to get, you know, unstuck. I mean, when I first started, Anthony, I didn't know what an autoresponder was. I ended up buying 3 because, you know, I just got 3 for some weird reason and all that kind of madness. And now, working as a coach here, I see how important it is to just keep people focused at each step. And I'm going to be doing this call with Karen Schaefer. Karen heads up, well, she's amazing, you know. I'm completely blown away by her. But one of Karen's responsibilities is the support side of things. So this is going to be a great combination where we can bring value to people and literally help with the basics. You know, because I have this analogy, Anthony, you're either a chicken or an eagle. But sometimes you're an eagle that's been brought up with chickens and you don't realize you are an eagle. So, you know, but on other times, you're an eagle, you know you're an eagle, and you're just desperate to fly, but you've got sort of tethers from your legs that are keeping you bound into the chicken farm, and those are just the very basic things like setting up your system, you know, knowing what an autoresponder is and that kind of thing. And Karen and myself are going to be pretty much just throwing it wide open, and we are terrified because, of course, when you do that, you never know. you have no idea what kind of thing you're going to be asked, etc. But, you know, we deal with it on a day-to-day basis anyway. So we're going to, our primary focus for tomorrow is to get people unstuck and to get their business moving. In iPAS, Anthony, you really do not need to be stuck. But again, because there's so much, sometimes people lose the thing of what the next step is. You know, so it's laying these firm foundations, but not getting stuck in the learning curve.
Right.
Because me, I'm an academic. You give me to learn, I will learn all day long. I love it. But that's not what makes the money. You know, implementing is what makes the money, and that's what we want to do with people. Help them implement so they can start actually seeing their businesses generate income.
So they're going to be able to catch that show here tomorrow on iPAS TV, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You guys have a time schedule for them yet?
Not as yet. I think Chris is deciding that for us.
So that will be announced tomorrow. You guys will get the information, but know that this will happen probably around the same time, or maybe a little bit later. We want to, again, thank you new members for coming on, and hopefully you understand that our objective is to get you to making money quickly. That's it. That's what we want to do. That's what our job is to help you profit right now. So I want to pass it over to my friend Chris. Chris, we've talked about a lot of things on this first inaugural presentation of iPAS TV and welcoming our new members. What would you like to say, sir? I'm going to leave it to you, and then I'll close it out when you're done.
All right. Well, let's let everybody get on their way. I just want to thank everybody for coming. But what I want to do now is tip my hat to all the people making money with iPAS. You know, in the last 3 months, we've done, I believe, just a hair over $3.5 million in product sales through Empower Network. That is an incredible number in less than 90 days. And I will tell you, we haven't even fully launched yet. So we're in phase 2 of the launch. So I just want to congratulate you, people like Sarita, who made her first $50,000 from home with this system. And, you know, words are cheap. I get it. You know, a lot of people say, hey, you know, it's working or this or that. And it's sometimes hard to believe or visualize that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share my screen and bring you somewhere to just show you what we do and how we try to showcase people that see success. And I'm not talking about a couple people. I mean, I couldn't even name all the names. It's impossible. But I want to go ahead and share my screen here with you all. So bear with me. All right. Let me know when you can see it.
You're good.
Okay, so what I did is I logged into the Facebook account for iPAS2. We have a mastermind. Most of you, or a lot of you, are in there. Those of you that are new might not be in there yet. But the Facebook group is just a place for us to socialize, share experiences, give updates, and all of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down. I zoomed in for you. I'm going to scroll through all of the stuff that we post. You're going to see a lot of Black Card members here, guys. You're going to see all these people with Black Cards, because that is the premier membership here, is the first internet marketing business Black Card. So when you become a Black Card member, you actually get a forged metal card in the mail, and you're going to see some pictures with these people. It's really entertaining to see this. Really cute ones, too. Let's get through all the Black so these are just people posting their new Black Cards that they got in the mail when they went to the Black membership. And let's just, you know what, I might need to actually scroll farther, but I want to go to where people are posting their results, because it's so significant. And I'm not talking about $1 million results. I'm not talking about even $1,000 results. Those small wins that iPAS is known for, okay? And those small wins then add up to be big wins. And that's the biggest thing that makes this so profound. Now, here we go. So this is what I set up. I said, need your success testimonial. And I wanted people to post in here whenever they saw success or saw sales happen. So I could come in front of you tonight and share that with people that are new, to give you that hope, to give you that just comfort in knowing that, wow, if someone else can do it, and I always say this, if one man can do it, I can do it. If one woman can do it, you can do it. So I'm just going to scroll through here, and you're going to see all these people posting pictures. And I could click on this all night, and it would last hours, because there's over 1,000 posts in here. Here's John McKee. We can go look at John. Last month, he made $244. Last week, $23.50. This is someone who's never made money before. Let's go here. Let me show you some other ones. Some of them are text message notifications. The cool thing is when a sale is made, you get a text message. All right, here's another one. Today it's $42.70, and this is Robert McSween. Last week, $108. These are just brand new people just coming in right away, posting their success. I'm not going to try to show you the huge dollar amounts because sometimes it's like it just seems unrealistic. But here's another one. Let's go another one from Robert, 670 again. Let me find the good ones. There's so many in here. Here's one. These are actually for profit maximizer sales. This says David Wood, and that's what that means. The iPAS2 ones are iPAS products, and then the profit maximizer sales, you'll see the David Wood. So you'll get emails saying you got a new viral blogging, you got a new inner circle, a new affiliate. So those are also commissions that you get, and that's why you want to be at those profit maximizer levels. So let me just keep scrolling, guys. There's some more here. Let's look at this one. 40,000, Sarita. Actually, it's higher than that. She just hit 50,000. 40,000 all time. Last year, 40,000. Last month, $6,738. Again, no guarantees here. You know, results are not typical. I can't say everybody's going to do this because I don't know if you guys are going to work or just sit on the couch. Here's another one. 71,000 all time. 2,859 last month. Last year, 26,000. Very impressive. So I could just keep going and going. So if my suggestion to you is this, if you're curious about is this going to work, is go to our mastermind, go to the Facebook group and start scrolling through for yourself and see what is happening in this community. And I've never seen anything like it. I've never been part of anything like it. And it's what drives me every single day to do better, to do something that has never been accomplished before. Here's Joshua. $50,000 all time, 44,000 last year. Really awesome. Okay, so again, go through this. As you can see, yes, it does work. You know what? And I always use the analogy that there's 52 cards in a deck, right? And because of that, you may start marketing, you may start your business, and you know that there's 4 aces in that deck, right? And let's just pretend those 4 aces are a $3,000 commission. And you may start your business and not make any sales for a while. You might be in a dry run. That's normal, okay? But you know that there's 4 aces in a deck. No matter what, there's always 4 aces. So with that being said, in your business, you may have to go through a week or a month or a few days or 6 months, depending on what your work ethic is like, to reach those aces. And unfortunately, everyone, I see people quit at the halfway point, right before the 4 aces come up. They'll quit. And then there's the 4 aces. Like you sit down at a slot machine, right? And you get there and you're doing, I don't gamble, but I've heard stories where you sit there and you're putting money in and you never hit the jackpot, but the next person sits down and they hit it and they win the $1 million, right? This business is the same way. You have to use the law of averages to succeed. You have to push through. You may not be doing the right thing, so switch what you're doing. The cool thing about iPAS is it doesn't lie to you, okay? Once you figure it out, say, okay, I'm going to send some YouTube people over to my website. It's going to tell you if YouTube is making you money. It's going to tell you if Facebook is making you money. If it's not, get rid of it. It's the first honest business system that's going to spill the beans and tell you, yes, you're making money from here, or no, you're not. Most cases, you guys, people start a business, even selling on Amazon, is you're in the dark. You don't know what's working or what's not, and so you end up losing money, getting frustrated, and quitting. Okay? iPAS, on the other hand, will tell you exactly what is working, so you can get rid of the stuff that's not and do more of what is. Okay? So my suggestion is just to go through the system, get your profit maximizers, and then go through the setup wizard. And the broadcast tomorrow is going to help you get unstuck if you feel frustrated for any reason. But get your link and start getting people there. That's all you have to do. Open the doors and get people in the door. From there, magic happens, and I say that confidently because I've done it. Mark's done it, Anthony, all these coaches have done it, people on here watching have done it, and you can too. Okay, so thank you everybody for having me on. It's been my pleasure. This will be recorded and put into iPAS TV in the archive, and again, this happens every Tuesday. I can't wait for even more testimonials to come week after week. So with that,
Chris,
thanks Anthony, appreciate you.
Thank you so much, man. I so appreciate you and all of the panelists who came on today, all the coaches, guys. Next week we'll be here. We'll have some other coaches here to get. I want to give you a chance to meet all the coaches as well. So periodically, this show will be conducted by myself and some of the coaches, and we're going to have special leaders, top income earners, and people that are maybe just starting out. We'll take a look at people and how they're doing, and we want to have people to come on to talk to your new people. So if you're a new person here tonight, again, congratulations, welcome. We hope you got something out of this. Please go ahead and make in your notes and comments. We want to be able to get this to be better. We want to hone it in. This is the first time we've done it, so we wanted to just get it out there, get a feel for it, to make sure that we get a good audience of new people coming on, because we will consistently do this week after week, followed up by the next day, which will be the Getting Unstuck. So these are going to be weekly shows. We're here to support you. Now, for those of you that are already seasoned members and you're just here watching in, we're so glad to have you. Your support is important. We want you to encourage your new person. If you're a sponsor that's engaged, we love you. If you're a sponsor that's slightly removed, think about that a little bit. You'll get much better results if you help your new member and work in conjunction with them, help edify us so we can then edify you and get that new member to come in and come do this business. We want the belief system to be way up there. If you believe in it, if it's in your head and it comes to your heart, you're going to win. I'm going to close out with this, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I want to wish you guys a wonderful day here tomorrow. Get your business unstuck with Marion and Karen tomorrow. And I'm going to leave you with this thought. If you want a thing bad enough, go out and fight for it. Work day and night for it. Give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it. If everything that you dream and you scheme is about it, and life seems all empty and useless without it, if you would simply go after that thing that you want with all your capacity, faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, famish, or gaunt, nor sickness, pain of body and brain can take you away from that thing that you want. And if you're dogged and grim, you beseech and beset it. And with the help of God, you'll surely get it. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. I want to open up. Is there any questions? Thank you so much, guys. Was there any questions? I want to make sure that we answered any questions. We got just a couple minutes left. Chris, did you have anything, or somebody have something that we could answer? Or we want to go ahead and we'll make sure we got that in there.
Nope, all good.
Okay, good enough, guys. Have a wonderful night. God bless you. Keep you well. We'll see ya.